offer free memberships to my website and teach you how to make money if you guys help me promote. What's up, YouTube? So we're doing a dual thing right here. If you just missed the greatest epic rally in silver, today was the day where you could have made basically a huge chunk of the money that you missed on the way up over the last 3 or 4 months, all on the way back down. And as I'm explaining to my TikTok friends and my YouTube friends, I am not liked on the internet. I'm not liked by a lot of people in the industry, but the people that do like me are real traders, people that have been struggling or have been flim-flammed or taken by scam artists. I'm part of the industry. I know every scam there is, right? I can read an email. Within 2 seconds, I know they're trying to dupe you into something. Discord rooms, chat rooms, services, people who claim that they know more than you about something. I expose the truth. And the truth is the market's rigged, all of it. And when you see the rigging firsthand, which is what I have an algo that just reads volume weighted average price, which is the algorithmic language of the market, and it exposes the rigging. And the reason nobody watches me on YouTube and nobody watches me on TikTok is I don't pay for views. I'm not the best TikToker. I don't have graphics. I don't do thumbnails. I don't do any of those things that help me promote these videos. I think that inevitably the truth would sell. Guess what? That doesn't sell either. So the only way that people do find me is that I do these promotional videos, and I'm doing one on Wednesday. So if anybody would like to see what I'm doing an hour-long special it's called the Traders Expo Money Show. And I'm doing a demonstration of my algorithm and how I make money. And I've been in the business for 35 years. If you Google my name, Kenny Glick, or if you investigate me or do your due diligence, you'll see that a guy like me who worked at a boiler room, the shadiest part of the industry there is, the worst of the worst, I came out unscathed because every time I saw there was some sort of criminality going on, I quit. And I got duped into a couple of other firms, and they would just was one crime after another, and I just left. And then day trading became a thing. I had a knack for it. I did very well. Market crashed in 99. I lived off that money for about 5 or 6 years. And I got back into trading. I had another couple of good years. And then I went fucking insane. I went nuts because I thought I knew a lot more than I thought I did. And I started fighting the market as a shorter. 2012, awful. 2013, disgusting. 2014, ridiculous. 2015, awful. And for 3 years. And I had something that was working. And I just kept fighting the market, losing money, getting crushed. And I refused to give up. Blew almost everything I ever owned. I was going to get divorced. My kids were going to disown me. And I just wandered the streets of Manhattan like a shithead. And I finally pulled my head out of my ass. And I just started going back to what worked. And I used VWAP coupled with this trade that was working for me in the 90s. And here I am, resurrecting my career. And, I've been doing 2 YouTube videos since 2007. My kids basically grew up in the videos. And here I am now. And my mission is to somehow get back into the algorithmic good graces of YouTube and TikTok. TikTok, if you listen, I'm never going to pay. I guess that's part of it. I'm never going to pay for a view. I'm never going to pay for a subscriber. I'm never going to pay a service. I get all these emails about how I can get 2,000 views for something, something, something. It's pointless because they're fake views anyway. I get the idea nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd, but you know what? If you guys help me spread this stuff organically, tell people about what I'm doing, we can rebuild together. And while we rebuild, I'll teach you how to make money and I'll give you money. Because if you were with us today, it would have changed your life. No joke. The trade that works every time, 1,193 trades in a row of profitability. Think about what I just said. 1,193 trades in a row on this one setup has worked. Today was Baker Hughes. Phenomenal action, right? And of course, the silver short. So if you're not making money in the greatest trading environment there is, You're doing something wrong. And you might need somebody like me in your life to tell you, what the are you doing? What are you doing? And I must say, what are you doing a good 100 times a day? Because a lot of people make the same mistakes. You know you're doing something wrong and you keep doing it. That's the definition of insanity. And listen, I've been there. Any mistake that has been made in this industry, I've made them. And that's why now I'm the Pied Piper of dumb ideas, the Pied Piper of, remembering, or sorry, making sure that you guys don't make those same mistakes. And that's what trading is. There's a few things that work well, right? And you do those things. And if you look at your watch, holy shit, wow, it's been 16 years. 16 years. And this thing still works, and it works even better now. Why do anything else? Why? Why swing trade when you know it doesn't work for you? That's me. Why invest in anything other than the QQQ? Because you can't pick a stock to save your life. That's me. But intraday, I'm the king. I am the king. Because intraday, I am in the moment, and the stock tells me what to do. And because of 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015, I finally said, hey, I'm going to do what the stock tells me to do. And I'm not going to question it. And I'm not going to do too much of anything else. Buying options into earnings reports, holding swing trades that are against me, buying stocks that I'm not familiar with, or much, much more. Enter now. It's the same stuff every day. It's the same stuff every day. It's the same stuff every day. And that's why it becomes redundant. Maybe that's why these videos don't work anymore, because what I say is very redundant, but I make money for people. It's the same conversation every day. It's redundant. It's monotonous, but it makes money. So you want to be entertained or amused or duped by some dude in a Yankee hat talking about getting rich quick, or some AI video about a bot that's going to make you money, or a scanner that doesn't exist that's going to spit out winners. None of that exists. If there was a scanner spitting out winners, I've been in the industry my whole life. I think I wouldn't own it. I'd own it. There's work involved. Nobody makes money in this industry without doing some work. But I teach you how to do the least work. I never was a good student in school. I skated by. I did as little as possible to graduate, get to the next thing, get to the next thing. I did as little as possible. And that's what I do now. I do as little as possible to succeed. But that little is a lot, because I know where to focus. It's a lot, but it's a little compared to so much that you can do. And you just got to believe. You got to stay focused. You got to understand that you're not going to be right all the time. Whoa. And you got to understand some trades might be 3 minutes long, and you have total conviction. By the way, conviction means nothing. What you believe, worthless, garbage. I don't give a shit what you think. How's thinking going to make you money? You're probably thinking the market should go down, right? What about all these people that thought silver had run out of steam and they started shorting it 3 weeks ago? They're broke, right? You don't have to think. There's no thinking. Either the stock's doing something or it's not. And that's what you do. But my friends out there in the world of TikTok, if you guys are curious, right? I hope you are. If you help me promote my channel organically, tell friends, spread the link, whatever you got to do. Like the video. Give me some likes right now. I just broke the video. See? I'm the worst. But, man, I got to tell you something, friends. You know the space rockets, robots, quantum trade, right? Google my name. My name is Kenny Glick. Nobody was talking about space rockets, robots, and quantum before me. right? Quantum stocks was a fad 5 years ago. I knew about all these names, right? And it could be a fad still. Who knows? Space rockets, robots, quantum AI. AI. Yeah. We've been trading AI stocks for 5 years. Not just start talking about it, right? Then it caught on. That's where you're at. But trading, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit about what you think the future holds? You shorted silver today. Nothing matters anything. Nothing matters at all. You shorted the shit out of silver. You cashed out. And you got to blow off top, follow through. No diggity. But look, we got 6 people hanging out. I got 8 people hanging out on TikTok. According to YouTube and TikTok, I'm a nobody. I'm a fucking legend. I'm a legend. I'm a legend. 11 people now. Here we go. Oh, look, we're growing in numbers. 7, 11. All right. AGQ shorted the VWAP break, 382.50. ATCX going to 0. Every stock's going to 0. I'm a bear. ATCX, yeah, that thing had a blow off top today also. I don't know what that is. Atlas Critical Miner, 0. It'll be at $4 tomorrow. Actually, yeah, it could be at $8 tomorrow. It's a fairly new stock. Actually, wow, what is this? Oh, you know what? I don't hate this thing. But you had an engulfing bearish candle in ATCX. It's the truth, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your comments. Right. And if you help me, help me, help you, help me, help me, help you, help me, help me, you, me, and me. We could all live together. ATCX, I don't like it right this second, but I like the fact that it's brand new. It just came out and it was breaking all-time highs, but you had a blow off top today. So, but the whole industry had a blow off top today. Tomorrow, if it breaks under $9.18, it's going to go right back to $8. And if it doesn't go to 8, it's going to go to 740. And if it doesn't hold 740, it's going to go to 5 and then 0. But it probably won't go to 0 tomorrow. ATCX. I'm looking at the different thing then. It looks like it was just reissued or something. Did they reissue the stock? It's only, according to the chart, it's only been out since the 9th of January. Was this a reissue, which makes me not like it at all then? It's a spinoff. ATCX. It's a spinoff from Atlas Lithium. They came out on the 9th. Yeah, it's brand spanking new, which I like. I like new issues that break all-time highs. So, but now I put this on my list, and I'll be looking at it tomorrow. ATCX. I'm interested. I'm a trader. I don't own much. I own silver bullion. That's kind of why I was shorting silver. I own sheets and sheets of silver. I've been buying this stuff since I was a kid. I've been carrying silver coins in my pocket for 20 years. I still do. You put a, I buy my silver eagles every year since, the 90s. Even found some cool, I know these aren't worth as much money, but these are piece dollars. I found a cool Morgan in my mom's closet. The colorization of the Morgan, I think this could actually be worth more than a typical Morgan. It's so miscolored but the whole coin is colored that color. So it's pretty freaking cool. I also found some gold coins from the 1895 Tsar. So I got to go and do a little deep dive into this coin. I might have a $100,000 coin. My grandmother escaped the Nazis with this coin. She's got 14 of them. So I'm going to go pick those up from my parents' house. And again, when your mom's digging through her old coins, there's a top soon, right? Because literally everyone and their mother is talking about gold and silver right now. that's usually a short-term top. I think we're still going higher on silver, but you got to have a pullback. That pullback shakes out the weak hands, right? And hey, what's up? Thank you for being here. The pullback shakes out the weak hands. The shorters get excited. The money gets divided. Now they're broken. It's no joke. It's hard as hell. Dude, fight it. Don't short it. Freeze. What's going to happen is it'll pull back. People will get excited to be short. Today, I was very excited to be short because there was a reason to be. But the shorters will overstay their welcome. And then they'll get crushed on the way back up, which will drive the price to 120, and then hopefully 150, and then 180 and then 250 on silver. I don't think it's going to be as parabolic as this last move from 50 to 120, but that was the move. That was the main move. 50 gets you 80, 80 gets you 120. I think we topped that around 116 today. I forgot. I don't know where the silver spot went to. Yeah, 117.70. I was off by 250. So absolutely incredible. And like I said, if you're just joining us, hey, welcome to the party. So what I'm trying to do here is my original premise to get on YouTube was to expose people. My original premise on TikTok was to look at hot redheads. Just being honest. I mean, I didn't know people were talking about the market on TikTok. I like redhead girls. I got to tell you, 2 days into TikTok, a redhead comes running into the room. She jumps on the bed, looks at the camera. She says, I heard you like redheads. I'm like, holy shit. TikTok is in my head. And I was hooked ever since. Plus, I like little short Latina brunettes as well. To me, it was all about looking at women that I can't, possibly have. I mean, I got a good-looking wife, but you know what I'm saying. And then, I was into I like Mopar, so it was basically cars and redheads, right? And I like dancing. I got a young daughter. I would dance with her. We'd have a good time. I'd pop and lock. I'd infiltrate her videos. She hated it. I was having a good time. And never once did I think to talk about the market. So I talked about the market, and next thing you know, my whole feed is people trying to sell me something. And I was like, oh shit. And then I saw this one kid, he's got, 235,000 views on a video talking about getting rich on a Celsius trade overnight. I'm like, nobody gets rich overnight. The stock was up 3 points. Unless you were rich the night before, what is this idiot talking about? And next thing you know, I see another ad and then another AI thing. And everyone's talking about the market. And I was like, I got to get myself involved here. Right? That's what I'm thinking about. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're a hot redhead out there, I'm hiring. I won't be rude if we meet in person. Sure I won't. No, what I need is people to help me. I have a green screen in my basement. No idea how to use it. Bull market, everyone's a pro. Exactly. That's why I love shorting. But I'll tell you something. What I don't do well is this. I don't have a green screen. I don't do editing. I don't have graphics. I just go. I just go and I go. Now I do have YouTube. I have YouTube creators. Sorry, TikTok creators. So now I could put my dumb face in the corner and show the screen, right? That's all I got. What I'm thinking about doing, and by the way, you want to see look at this? We've been digging through some old stuff. Look at that. Look at us. Look at that happy couple. Look at me. We just went through, again, we're trapped in our house. We went through all this old stuff. Look at my, she's a Viking. Her dad's descendant from Leif Erikson. That's why we're very attached to this Greenland story. Her dad is descendant from Greenlandian and Icelandic, and they went to Newfoundland, landed in Newfoundland, and they colonized there. Her dad was a Newfie, and her mom was Scots-Irish, kind of German. We don't like talking about the German part. I'm a Jew, so. But what the hell's my point? I didn't have a point there. Oh, my point. Oh, my right. My point was I'm going to hire some I'm going to hire a chick. As misogynistic as that sounds, right? Looking at my dumb face does not sell. But if I had a woman doing an intro for me, hey, right? Some hot chick comes on. Hey, man, I love Kenny. I'm going to introduce you to Kenny. Of course, it'll be a redhead. And then that'll hook you in, and then I'll come on. Sorry. Or if I could train a beautiful young girl to trade and then she does the videos for me, I think that'd be even better. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Yeah, it's easier for me to do the videos. By the way, we've been seriously going through like buckets of shit. I found a I don't know if this is real. A USA gold pin. I mean, so sick. We've been finding some crazy shit. But what I really found was I found a bucket of Eisenhowers and Kennedys and all kinds of coins that I collected when I was a kid. Bucket, 1976, thousands, thousands of coins from 1976. Because I always liked the dual thing on the coin, the little drummer boy on the quarter. So I'm gonna search through that. Supposedly some of them are worth more than others. But yeah, so if you guys are watching this video, help me, help you, help me, help you, help me. And I will give you free shit. And if you're out there, I'm hiring. Tuna signal, is it working? $117.76. So sick. I was off by $2. By the way, I had to dump that Alcoa today. I was loving that Alcoa trade. It just blew up today. Got out. All right. Speaking of my wife, I'm going to go help. So I'm trying to get this thing going again. Something definitely happened. I don't think my members, right, get even. I have 5,400 members or followers. What are they called on TikTok? I have no idea. I don't even think they're alerted to when I'm live, which is like the simplest concept, right? I don't understand. So if I have 5,000 people out there that are subscribed to this channel, they're supposed to say, hey, Kenny Glick just went live. And you would think they would come listen to what I have to say. Kind of the whole point. But none of them ever do because I don't think they're getting notified. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what the story is. Maybe it's just my dumb face. Could be a big part of it. Maybe it's my attitude, like my mom used to say. But I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying as long as I'm healthy. I've been really sick this month. I've never been sick this long in my life. I had the flu into what I thought was COVID, but it wasn't COVID. Definitely, it wasn't the flu. It was a version of the flu. I got well for a week, and then I came back. I'm twice as sick now. Nasal, uh, sinus congestion, sinus infections, just crazy cough, coughing up freaking grossness. Can't sleep, headache all the time. But I got no choice but to push through. And I'm lucky. I got I could do this at home. No, I just shorted silver today. I had I didn't did too much. I traded Baker Hughes all day. Yes, keep pressing the button 10,000 times. I appreciate that. Do it. I would do it myself. But I just traded Baker Hughes all day. In and out, in and out, in and out, and then the short on the silver showed up, and that was it. And that was it, and that shall be the way. And tomorrow I'll tell you By the way, if you're going to be in Vegas, I just got my time slots, 8:30 Tuesday morning. I'm doing a meet and greet. Indicators, I use one indicator, just one indicator, VWAP. That's it. I built an algo around the regular VWAP, and it's multiple time frame VWAP. One of my heroes, anchored VWAP. He calls it anchored VWAP. He anchors it to what he believes, right? I anchor it to specific days, and it works awesome. You must have endless cash for so many in and outs. No, you don't need endless cash. You just need one account. You put 30 grand in an account, you can trade as much as you want. If you're out, the money's free again. So if you buy 1,000 shares of Baker Hughes, it goes up 80 cents, you make $800, it gets, or whatever it is, you get stopped out, and then you're liquid again. And then Baker Hughes sets up again, you buy it again. It's the same trade over and over again one day. And at the end of the day, you're in cash. It's day trading. I trade options, yeah. Not on Fridays. No, I usually trade options on Thursdays and Fridays because I just look at weeklies. So the cheaper they are, the better. And that's it. But I gotta go. More importantly, if you guys are interested, like I said, I'm doing free. I give away free stuff. Well, you could go on margin, sure. I try not to. I try not to trade on margin. They give you a little bit of margin. If you put 30 grand in an account, by default, they give you 2 to 1. So you got 60,000 to play with. I am going to be live tomorrow. Now that I'm feeling better, yeah. Well, listen, man. I mean, I'm not promising anything, but my goal is to when I train somebody, if they're good enough, I got some cash. If you put up a little bit, I put up the rest. And I had my own prop firm back in the day, but it was done differently. We had one big account, and we would split all these guys into smaller accounts. You got $259,000. You don't need my help. You have 259,000 in a day trading account liquid. You can do whatever you want. What are you talking about? What kind of positions are you putting on? That's you stop. That's crazy. No, seriously, if you got some cash like that and you're willing to learn, email me right now. We could become best friends. Seriously. If you're not making money on that money, we'll kick ass together. I'm serious. Kenny Glick at AOL.com. I'm that old. Send me an email right now. Let me see it hit. Kenny Glick, AOL.com. I'll open the dungeon back up. And I run a website. Well, I don't even run it anymore. So I sold out, I guess you could call it. But I sold my company to, I call them the corporate overlord, Stock Market Media. They manage everything I do because I'm a nudnik. I don't have structure in my life. I need structure. I'm just a trader who knows what they're doing. I need people to help me stay focused and stay, on point. But I used to run my own website. It's called hitthebid.com. So for newbies, I usually open up a side chat room because I hate going through the whole credit card and having to cancel, blah, blah, blah. So I usually give everybody 2 weeks to hang. But I think we're going to do it differently again. Just email me. We'll get to know each other. I'll figure out something I could do for you. If you guys are interested, email me right now. Kenny Glick, AOL.com. And listen, again, my real goal is to just crush it here on TikTok. I had no clue there were this many people talking about trading. I didn't have any idea. And again, most of the stuff that I see is so scammy. And that's kind of where, I do spend a little bit too much time trying to expose like scammers. The best revenge is just keep succeeding. I trade live in front of my people. Yeah, every day. Yeah, that's me. Kenny Glick at AOL.com. And if you have a chance, Google me. I used to be pseudo famous, so I am a legend in the industry. I'm on the TV all the time. I'm on Yahoo Finance every month. I'm not allowed on CNBC anymore because of my attitude. I also, I'm friends with Josh Brown and that crew, but I'm not liked on CNBC because they don't like the way the market's rigged. I know it is. I prove it every day. And they hate that word because it's got a negative connotation, but it is rigged. And I trade the rigging. And I prove that the market actually is rigged. And these analysts that come on CNBC, just because they got a degree means nothing, right? Thank you. High five. Yeah. Well, generally I do yearlies. Nobody really signs up for a month. I usually give away 2 or 3 weeks just to see if you're interested. But like I said, that's kind of I do it the right way. You join, you hang out for 2 or 3 weeks, you see if I'm full of shit or not. You'll see the difference. And then you join. See, I don't pretend I'm giving anything away for free for perpetuity, right? I have a purpose here also. I've been in the business for 35 years, right? So, but I make people money first, and then it's a lot easier to sell somebody something when they like, oh, this dude already crushed it on silver short yesterday. I'm in. Like, because if today was your first day and you got short silver, you made $3,500 on just 100 shares. I just paid for your year, and that's the discount price. We charge $5,000 a year. Some of the little drummer boys are worth more than others. Most of them are just worth a quarter, but there's some errors. There's the D error. There's a double date couple out there. You got to go looking at them. But the Eisenhowers, the silver dollars, some of them are worth. They're actually obviously not worth $1 anymore. They're worth $9, $20, and there's varieties of those. Capital needed. Well, if you're trading options, basically you need $5,000. If you want to be a day trader right now, you should have 25 large. But you get a prop trading firm, and here's what I want to do. Again, there's so many of these companies that say they'll fund you. I want to know if that's real, right? They say, all right, if you win this contest, we'll give you a funded account. I'll help you win. You take my trades, sign up for whatever they're telling you. I'll help you get funded from these people. But then the thing is that they're scams. They want you to trade whatever they're telling you to trade. You tell them, no, I'm all right. I'm going to listen to Kenny. I'm going to make money. I'm going to win this contest, and you better give me the money. We'll see how it works out. And again, I'm not too sure with the prop trading firms. 80% of them they're scams also, and the ones that aren't scams, they charge you 60%. They take your profits. They charge you commissions. They charge you for the software. They even charge you what's called a desk fee. You're at your own house. They want to charge you a desk fee. It's my desk. Desk fee. So again, I'm loved by the retail trader, not loved by the industry. But I'm good with that. Plus, I'm a bearish, cynical douchebag. But I've been long silver before anybody was talking about it, and I should have retired on this trade. I don't know why I sold. I was getting in the AGQ at 50. I was loaded up at 50. Ugh. I mean, let's do some math. 200, 20,000, 200 grand. I had 200 grand, 4,000 shares, and 200 funds and 300 points is about 3.5 million. I should have made. Stinks, but that's the nature of business, man. I don't like holding on to something. But yeah, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But make sure email me right now so I have you on my list. And so far, I have not gotten an email. Let me see. Check my spam. Come on, email me. KennyGlick@AOL.com. Get you on my list. I'll send you some free stuff. And get you on my mailing list. I can do a little commentary in the morning. Kenny Glick, KennyGlick. Kenny, Kenny Glick at AOL. And then while you're at it, Google me. I was on 2020 and 60 Minutes and Nightline. I was the poster child for day trading back in like 98, 2000, 2001. Yeah, I'm not getting any emails. Why? I'm looking at the wrong stuff. No. Maybe I'm on a... See, the internet's screwing with me. I'm telling you, there's something going on. There's something weird going on this week. I don't know what it is. That's why we'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. That's why come to Vegas. I'll be doing two presentations, actually 4 different. I'm doing 2 meet and greets, 2 presentations in Vegas. It's a good reason to go to Vegas if you need one to tell your girlfriend or your wife or your mom, whatever. Are they legit? Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. I don't need a prop firm, obviously, but I wanted to help people and I wanted to get my own thing going. I don't got time. I don't got time. I don't got time to manage. I don't got time to manage people. Again, what my goal was to get 3 or 4 guys trading my money in the one master account, take the trades that I'm telling them to take because there's a lot going on. And at the end of the day, we see who's made the money, and then I'll give you guys some cash that you help me out to make me money. You help me make money, I'll give you some back, no problem. Got you. All right. I'm going to go. Thanks for hanging out. YouTubers, help me out, man. I'm in the dungeon here. Nobody even knows I exist anymore. It sucks. I've been trying so hard. YouTube hates me. TikTok hates me. Well, listen, the day job thing, if you're in the West Coast, you can wake up at 5:30 in the morning, trade with us for about an hour, maybe take a quick nap and then go to your job. Even East Coast, where a lot of time, if the pre-market is active, you could bang out a trade before the market even opens up. Or the real sweet spot's 9:45 to about 11. If you can manage it, maybe do, again, you don't want to force any trades in a certain of time. That's how you lose. But again, see if it works for you. But it's never bad to learn. And just if you guys are out there looking at me right now, volume weighted average price, VWAP. It's the greatest thing ever. VWAP is the shit. It's changed my life. It's saved my life. No, fundamentals mean nothing. Yeah, that was a great question. It's like you just led me into that question. Fundamentals mean nothing. I got an analyst that I respect. He knows his shit. I'm going to launch something with this guy one day because he does know. He knows more than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. I've been 30 years. All technicals. Wait, how is this not red? Wow. CMT? Yeah, that's a lot of information. Volume weighted average price is the way to go. Well, you're going to learn about Bollinger Bands and stochastics and Ichiro and regression channels. It's a lot. And a lot of it is not needed. But it's a lot of good information. But you take what you learn there with the CMT and you put VWAP on the same chart, bang, your whole life will change. Could manage a few days a week, but to begin some days, yeah. I mean, well, you try to do what you can. Oh, VWAP's your fave? Awesome. Then email me. You're in. Your mom. Your mom. I wish my mom traded VWAP. All right. You know what? Again, it just dawned on me, man. I left a $40,000 trade on the table today. It's pretty sick. I just should have let the. I didn't want to let the whole thing ride. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna go eat. Finally starting to feel a little bit better, get my energy levels up. Like I said, I've been sick. I'm still sick. Oh boy. All right. And if we guys, if you get a chance, it's possible to do it part time. Sure. Yeah. But you gotta make sure that I call it gotta be somewhere trading. The reason people lose when they gotta be somewhere is that when you're in a trade, and I'll sum it up like this, the trade doesn't give a shit about where you gotta go, right? You understand? So if you're buying a stock and you're thinking, all right, I'm buying this here, I think it's going to go here, and if it goes here, I'm going to sell it. All right, if I think it goes here, so now you're in, and it starts to do nothing, and now you're thinking, oh, I got to go at 10:45. The stock doesn't give a shit about your time, right? So now you're forcing your own actions based on where you got to go. So that's called the I got to be somewhere trade. Doesn't usually work out because you're forcing the trade to work in your personal allotted time slot. Trading doesn't work like that. You'd let the trade do what it needs to do. I mean, that's what stops are for, but very difficult to trade with that. I got to go somewhere. So, but it can be done. You just have to make sure that, you know, you have to accept that fact. Listen, oh, I got to get out of this trade now. Again, you could address each trade differently. It's really about, proper risk management on every trade. Just know where you're getting in, what are you getting out at, and what are you going to do if you're wrong? And then manage the trade as it's working, ebb and flow. But yeah, come and hang out. I'll show you some stuff live tomorrow. Well, I'll be back on live. All right. It's nice to see this thing worked. At least 10 or 15 of you guys showed up. The dungeon's closed right now. Yeah, but I'll open up Thursday night, I think. Thursday night, the dungeon will be back open, and we'll have some special guests. We got a DJ. And I'm not smoking weed anymore, so it's going to be a little different for me. Usually I'm getting high and having a few cocktails. I haven't smoked weed. I smoked once this month, and I'm pretty good. I think I'm good. I am ready to eat. There you are, right on cue. All right, good to meet you. Good to see you. Like I said, help me promote this stuff. Get me out of the dungeon, literally, of YouTube and TikTok, and we'll all make money together. Good seeing you. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the high five button and all that stuff. Thank you. See you guys. See you guys.